I'll just kind of lay it out right now. Passing offense. Where do you think the Bills land, and where do you think the Patriots land?
I'm going to say the Bills are. I believe I heard this one, so it's kind of cheating. I think the Bills are 6, and I'll put the Patriots. Patriots are interesting because Mac Jones is kind of having like a quietly good season, but also not really hitting 300 too often. I'll put them, we'll say 16.
Those are pretty good guesses. The Bills right now, passing offense, rank 9th. And then the New England passing offense is 14th.
Hey,
So
I'll take it.
pretty good. Bills upper echelon, Patriots only 5 spots back, and more like towards the 50 midway point. So not bad for them, but here's where things get a little more interesting. So Bills, Patriots, we're going into super wild card weekend. Where do you think the Bills and Patriots lie with rushing statistics?
So this has to have changed a little bit since last time we did it, but I know the Bills were shockingly high, so we'll keep them up there in the shockingly high range for me. I'll put that one around 8.
Okay.
And Patriots were much lower than I expected, so we'll put them 17.
17. Wow. If there were any Patriots fan listening to you right now, they would like chew you out.
I feel like when we did this exercise last time, I was expecting the Patriots to be like top 10, and they're just like middle of the pack. So I'm putting them somewhere near the middle.
Well, your guess is a little off here. The Bills are actually ranked 6th with the rushing offense, so it seems like Devin Singletary being that lead running back role has kind of worked out pretty well for them, and then you add Josh Allen's rushing ability in there too, and I guess that shoots you up the stat boards, and then the Patriots rank 8th, pretty good.
Sorry, Pats.
Yeah. So you what'd you say, 17? You knocked them 9 spots down.
I needed to believe it into existence for this upcoming game.
Right. And with that being said, total offense in terms of statistics, the Bills are ranked 5th. They have the 5th ranked offense. Patriots, 15th. So that passing offense kind of really drags them down in that stat board. And I wanted to add a new stat out there, but before I kind of progress to that, how do you feel about these rankings? Do you think that they're fair? Do you think that something's a little off, or do you think they're just perfect? So again, Bills are 5th total offense, Patriots are 15th going into Super Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah, I think that kind of, if you asked me in the beginning of the season, that would be about where I would have them lining up. I think for the Bills, it's kind of weird to me looking at statistics of how productive the offense actually is versus how stagnant it feels at times. I think that's kind of just shows you just how much they can get hot in like those first and fourth quarters and just be asleep for 2 quarters. Because this offense should honestly, if they played full games all the time, be number 1 in the league. So got there in kind of a strange way, but about where I'd expect them. And with the Patriots, I expected honestly a little bit more rookie struggles from Mac Jones. I think he's been a pretty poised quarterback, and I think where he's at, mixed with the run game, he does have a little bit of limitations. So right in the pack about makes sense to me. I think they do a good blend of the run game and not asking him to do too much to keep them in that area, and then use the defense to kind of springboard them.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the Patriots have done a pretty good job with Mac Jones in terms of putting him in advantageous spots to succeed. But here's that surprise statistics, because this one seems, at least for me, the money down. And I'm talking about third down success. The Bills currently have what ranked third down offense? And the Patriots currently have what ranked third down offense, Justin?
I will say, I really want to dive in and say the Bills are number one, but I'll say, you know what? I'm going to say number one, and I'll put the Patriots. I'm going to use that number 17 again. They got to be there somewhere, right?
So the Bills have the third down, or they have the third down offense. So that
I should have said 3.
So that just works out great. And then the Patriots have the 12th. They are towards the, I guess, a little above average in terms of 50%. So they're pretty good on third downs. They definitely could be much worse. So pretty good with the offensive side of the football. But we both know that these teams are closely matched statistically when we talk about defense. So passing defense, you know what this is. Bills number 1, Patriots number 2. I'm not going to even bother asking you that question because I know you'll knock that one out of the park. So I'm going to give you more of an overhand throw here. Rushing defense. Where are the Bills and where are the Patriots going into this week?
So I feel like the Bills are higher than I expect here, and the Patriots are lower than I expect. I'm going to put the Bills at 9, and Patriots, will say 15.
I thought you were going to say 17 again. I was like, just drop it, dude. It's not 17.
I thought about it, but I didn't think it would make for good entertainment.
No. So the Bills currently have the 13th rush defense. Okay. So a little worse than you thought, and that seems appropriate. But the Patriots have the 22nd ranked rush defense, which, if you told me at the beginning of the season, like, hey, these are these two numbers for the rushing defenses going into this league or this year, and Patriots or Bills, who has the better rushing statistics? I'd be like, probably the Patriots have better rushing defense statistics, but that's not the case here. The Bills have the 13th, and the Patriots have the 22nd. Surprising? Question mark?
Yeah, a little bit to me. I really like the front four that the Patriots have with Gottschall, Judon. I think they've done a very good job this year of getting after the passer. And I thought...
And Barmore. Yeah,
I was just going to say, and I thought adding Barmore would really lock down, that run defense. Overall, that defense is still performing very well, but yeah, that was definitely surprising to me. Mm-hmm. And I guess the Bills, maybe a little bit better than I was expecting this season, but kind of in a strange way. We talked so much last year about the impact of Star Lotulelei in stopping the run, and yeah, he's definitely helped out at times this year, but there's also been stints of games where he's not in, dealing with COVID and injuries. Mm-hmm. And I think what really helped bolster the Bills' run defense is, one, Greg Rousseau. I think he walked on as day one being a good run stuffer. And then kind of the surprise one, not so surprising, was Harrison Phillips. And I always thought that he was going to be a great player for that. And unfortunately, he's dealt with some serious injuries in his career. Mm-hmm. But over, I'd say, the last 5-6 weeks, he's really kind of burst onto the scene, and he's going to give the Bills a real interesting decision with the contract coming up. Because I think he's played very well in the center of the defense. Yeah.
So I'll make a quick comment about Harrison Phillips. I feel like Harrison Phillips is like a car with, like, I don't know if you know how to drive stick or not, but I'm going to go ahead and say no if you have to think about it.
I grind the clutch a bit.
Okay, so I feel like Harrison Phillips is a car with big gears, way bigger than normal size gears. So as a result, it takes it a little bit longer for it to get up to speed, but when it's going, it is going. So I will leave it at that. And so, total defense, Bills are number 1, not surprising. And then the Patriots, not surprising, number 4. So they're right there. It's not like one's blowing the other one out of the water like last week's matchup against the Jets. 1 versus 32. It's just not this. Not the opponent we're going up against. And again, back to the money down. Third down defense. Where are the Bills and where are the Patriots?
That is a good one. I'll say they're both topped. I'll put the Bills at 7 and the Patriots at 9.
Bills are 32nd.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, they're not. No, they're number 1, and the Patriots are 5th. So pretty good defense. And just to repeat it, Bills are 3rd in offense on third down. Patriots are 5th in third down defense. Patriots are 12th on third down offense. Bills are number 1 on third down defense. So key matchup statistics right there.